Hello YouTube. Good morning, almost good afternoon. It's about 11:20 here, so good. Trying to move the laptop out of my glasses range. So today I would like to talk about demons. And I realized my last video I was already talking about one I work with, but yeah, I want to post this now. So my feelings about demons. And I want to contrast this with my prior religious background, or at least say my first religious background. If you saw my other video about my spiritual history in life, you will know that I was raised Catholic. No longer am I Catholic. So, opposed to something like Christianity or Catholicism, in the means of working with your deity or your spirit, in this case the Holy Spirit versus, I guess, unholy spirits, demons, and other things, not just like Luciferian or satanic work, not just that, but other things. I feel more fulfilled working this path for a lot of reasons. Now, in the description of one of my videos, I posted a lyric that basically sums up how I feel about the Christian God and my experience growing up in that whole thing. This lyric is from her song Shattered Pieces. It's by Otep. And it is, "If God is my father, then I am an orphan." I was raised Catholic, and as I had said before, made everything up just before I was to be confirmed. And I went through all the motions. I still think the First Holy Communion dress looking like a little wedding dress is creepy. But, so, I went through a lot of things. Now, every path has tests and trials. I totally understand that. My path has tests and trials. But these are things that are meant for your growth. And I know that they're coming on the way in. They back me with a mindset that I can handle this. I was raised Catholic from birth. And you're going to tell a 12-year-old who just got inappropriately touched by a teacher that God will never give you more than you can handle. And He is your Father, and He will be there for you. He will give you His love and comfort and guidance through this. I will tell you, I have felt nothing from the Christian God. Even before that, I was a good little girl, and I used to pray. I used to do the sign of the cross whenever I'd hear a siren or something and pray for them. I used to pray for things, my family, myself. Used to ask God for things. I don't remember one single time He ever answered. I don't remember one single time I ever felt comfort. I felt nothing from Him. Even as a very young child, I felt nothing. And I used to wonder, why does everybody else feel so fulfilled by this God? And they feel He's listening, they feel His love, but why don't I? Why doesn't He talk to me? Why doesn't He help me? I feel alone. They say God is the Father of fathers, right? Well, He's a shitty father. My human dad is so much better than God. At least I know He loves me. And he's at least willing to give me a hug or listen when I need to talk and everything else, and to help me with things. I never felt that from God. Ever. In fact, I had an experience in church once when I was just under 10 or so, maybe 8 or 9. I can't remember for sure, but we had come into church and we were standing at the back. This is me and my mother. And we come in a little bit late. So we're standing at the back. The pews are full. And it come to a point in the Mass where the preacher said something along the lines of God's power being absolute or something. I don't remember verbatim. That's a lot of years ago. But I do remember what came after. It was in the sequence of a Catholic Mass where we are in between the times where we said, now let us pray. And we bow our heads and be quiet for a good minute at a time. And we all give our silent prayers to the Lord. Excuse me. Tired. But I heard something clear as day. And when I addressed this, no one else had heard it. What I had heard, in response to the priest saying this, I heard a matter-of-fact no in a woman's voice. No one looked up. No one moved an inch. No one was appalled. No one objected. I looked at my mother and asked her if she heard that. And she looked at me and asked me heard what. That is the first bigger indication that I was in the wrong place, but I didn't end up picking that up for a while. But I never forgot about that. I didn't feel any malevolence or anything. Now, where I'm going with this is that now, working with demons, working with Lucifer, and we'll pull on him in particular if you want to pin God against Lucifer, whatever, then he is a far better father. What do we think of when we hear the word father? We think of a nurturing male figure in one's life, the patriarchal figure of the home. We think of the firm guiding hand on our shoulder that pushes us to do better. We think of the protective nature toward his children, the provider, and other things. He is all of those things. He does not abuse his power, he seeks to teach. And he's very direct. He's very serious about who he works with. And he does not seek to hurt you, or he doesn't seek to have your blind worship. He does not seek for you to bow to him. He doesn't want you to bow to him. He wants you to learn. His single commandment, as people will call it, is know thyself. And those two words are so much deeper than they initially seem. Do you know yourself truly? This goes into one of my previous videos in saying, why do you believe what you believe in? What do you think about a topic? What is this part of yourself? He will introduce you to yourself in all of your entirety. He will open you up to who it is that you are, light and dark. You will see things you do not like, and you will see things you love. But you will become at peace with them. You will come to find peace in the center of this storm that is yourself. You will find balance, and that is what he seeks. It is balance of light and dark. He does not seek your worship. He does not seek your pain. Any trial you face along the path of working with him is meant to literally make you stronger and teach you something. It is meant to move things out of your way that are not serving you. And just like an ingrown hair or some kind of nuisance thing, it hurts when you rip it out. But you feel so much better afterwards. I've gone through that quite a few times since I began working with demons. And it's been hard, but I have welcomed all of those challenges because I needed them. It pushed me to my limits and past them in ways, and it has made me learn about myself and others. You will learn about the world. You will learn about very real things in the world. And sure, people can find this in Christianity in ways of learning, not as much as for self-development, because your development within the practice of the left-hand path does not mean you are developing your submission to a God. You are developing your ascension, the ascension of you. You are not developing your submission and devotion to a God who does not care. People will say he cares, but I know, in my experience and in many other people's experiences, no, he does not care. He is an absent father. And then there's another song named, don't judge me, it's a Nickelback lyric. Father's a name you haven't earned yet. You're just a child with a temper. I think the song's called Never Again. But that's how I feel as well about the Christian God. If you do wrong by me, you get to go to hell and burn for all eternity. Who says that? Come on. Really? And who tells a child that? That's another video I'm going to make. Spirituality and children. I've been meaning to make that video as well, but for another reason. But yeah, that'll all be hopefully in one video. But this is not at the threat of hell. This is not at the threat of being cast into the fire to burn and suffer and be in torment. You're not going to have some stereotypical imp demon poking you in the ass with a pitchfork for all eternity if you do this. Where you go after death is a very broad topic. And it weighs heavily upon you. It is not some judgment that says, bangs gavel, you get to go to heaven in peace. Bangs gavel, to hell with you, heathen. Like, it's not like that, really. One of the best things I can tell you about working with demons is if you go about it the right way. You go about it with respect and determination and the willingness to transform yourself. That is key. If you do not have that willingness, this is not going to work for you very well, if at all. Be willing to change. Be willing to be open-minded to change and to evolve yourself. But one of the best things that will come of you working with demons is that after all of this learning and all of this stuff that goes on, and continued evocations and continued invocations, continued summonings and work to get to know these entities for who they actually are, not who they were damned to look like, you will find a family. I can say that the demons that I work with have acted more compassionately and better for me than a lot of humans that I know. They are my family, and I would never trade that, ever. And you can tell me that demons are evil and stuff, but what is evil? Answer me that. What is evil? Can you give me a defined definition of evil that has nothing to do with God or anything? I guarantee you will not be able to find a solid definition for evil off the top of your head. Maybe the dictionary has one, but the real concept of evil is very different for all of us. I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again quickly. Your evil might be perfectly just to me, and vice versa. So there is no solid definition to what is evil and what is good. You think demons are evil? That's fine. Don't work with them. It's not going to be good for you if you work with them thinking like that. Like, don't do that. Yeah, some of them are darker and a little more wicked than others, but you know what? There are beings of all types that are like that. So, not just demons, or what we would call demons. But if you're interested in looking at real power, real change, and to watch things actually move in your life, do some research. Give it a look. You don't have to go through it in any specific path, but give it a try. See what you like. I'm running out of time here. So thanks for watching this whole long video, and I hope this has helped with a little bit of personal experience peppered in. Thank you again. Blessings to you. And if you're interested in any spiritual sort of services, including spell work, spirit work, past life readings, tarot readings, or anything else like that, hit up the Facebook page, linked down in the description box below. Any personal questions, contact me via the email listed below, or give me a comment, whatever. Either way. But stick around if you like what you hear. I'll be posting plenty more videos in the time to come. So thank you again, and blessings to all of you, and to all a good afternoon.